Home is the nicest word there is. Home ownership is a central part of the American dream. It provides the independence, security, and happiness that build strong families and communities. Thank you for inviting us to become a part of the journey to your new home. Everyone's story is unique and special, and a great realtor will work to uncover the details needed to make this experience a positive and productive one. Our aim is to truly be of service, which means tailoring our approach to fit you, rather than push you through a stiff and uncomfortable process that ignores your needs. The systems at the core of our business may feel natural and easy, but make no mistake, our relentless focus on detail, service, and professionalism are what will keep you on track to life's next chapter. You're in good hands, so let's get started. Are you ready to move? Do you need to sell your current home? Do you need to wait until the end of the school year? Are you intimidated by the task of packing and preparing to move? Are you ready to get a loan? Do you have a down payment set aside? Have you met with a mortgage broker to discuss your plans? Do you have a pre-approval letter? Are you ready to search for a home? Does your schedule allow you to dedicate time to your home search? Do you have any travel plans that will interrupt your home search? Is there anything holding you back? What is a realtor? Buying and selling real estate can seem like a puzzle with many moving parts and challenges. Having a guide to help navigate the process is the most efficient and secure way to meet your goals. All realtors must agree to conduct their business in a way that adheres to the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics, dealing with all aspects of the job, from working with consumers and fellow agents to truthful advertising. Realtors will provide a wide range of services, from drafting contracts and showing properties to negotiation, marketing, and counseling. Buyer agency. Some services are due to all consumers, while others are available only to those operating under buyer's agency agreement or listing contract. It is every realtor's responsibility to discuss this difference with all consumers early in their relationship. The next page will detail the nature of a customer relationship versus a client relationship. Please be sure that you clearly understand these details before moving forward with your realtor. Customers versus clients. Every realtor will owe it to you to abide by our code of ethics and to facilitate all aspects of your home search and purchase with professionalism and care. Buyer agency allows your realtor to provide a higher level of fiduciary service. Without buyer agency in a customer relationship, the realtor will help you search for properties on the MLS, will explain and complete necessary forms, will negotiate on behalf of the seller throughout the transaction, will attempt to solve problems to the seller's advantage, and will be loyal to the listing agent or broker. With buyer agency in a client relationship, the realtor will help you search for listed and unlisted properties if requested, will point out both positive and negative features that affect resale value, will negotiate on your behalf throughout the transaction, will attempt to solve problems to your advantage, and will be loyal to you, the buyer. Who is Shore West? We're number one in sales volume in Wisconsin. We have 23 regional offices, each with its own sales director, and a network of more than 950 individual realtors. We're a team. Now what? We'll help you find the right home, find the right location, with the right features, the right price, the right value, and help you figure out all of the other costs. We'll also help you make the right deal at the right price with the right closing date, inspections, financing, and other terms. And we'll help you close on time with the least stress. We'll help you meet your deadlines with the proper communication and the right negotiation. What everybody fears and how a good realtor protects you. We protect you from missing out with a multi-pronged search and constant communication. We protect you from paying too much by using evaluation tools, negotiation skills, and attention to detail. And we protect you from regret by using contingencies to guard you from surprises and pitfalls. Let's begin our search. Here are some of the things you may be looking for in your new home. When searching for a home, it's important to understand the status of each listing, the status of sold, of contingent, of active. Here are some other status listing terms you should know. Pending, withdrawn, expired. We use a 4-step process to schedule showings for you. How to know you've found the one. The rolling top 3. If it's not in your top 3, set it aside. Just focus on your favorites. When you find a new favorite, something else will drop off. That feeling, not to be underestimated, your intuition will tell you so much about whether a house is the right fit for you and your family. If you don't feel it, don't talk yourself into it. What questions are you asking yourself? Questions we consider to be bad in that this is not a good house for you. How will I find time to mow all the grass? Can we deal with such a small kitchen? Maybe I can just ignore the ugly home across the street. The following questions we consider to be good because you're seeing yourself in the home. Will my furniture fit in this room? What color will I paint this wall? Which kid will get which bedroom? Remember, go with your intuition. Crafting a winning offer. An offer to purchase can seem complicated, but for the most part, everything in the offer can be interpreted as we promise to buy the house if X or as long as Y. These are called contingencies, and they usually protect the buyer and seller from various types of risks. Understanding and using contingencies in other terms is what sets one offer apart from another. Let's explore the offer to purchase a bit deeper. Commonly found contingencies. Each one of these contingencies serves to protect the buyer from various types of risk. Use contingencies too aggressively, and your offer may seem weak and unattractive to sellers. Waive too many contingencies, and you may be opening yourself up to unpleasant surprises and liabilities. Let's look deeper for a better understanding. Appraisal contingency. An appraisal is a professional opinion of the home's value. Lenders will always want an appraisal done to make sure that the home's value supports the loan they are offering you. An appraisal contingency states that if the appraisal is lower than the offer price, the buyer may be able to back out of the deal or negotiate. Financing contingency. Can you imagine what would happen if you promised to buy a house, but for some reason your financing fell through? The financing contingency protects buyers from having to come up with the cash on their own, which may be a lifesaver. Inspection contingency. One of the biggest fears homebuyers have is not understanding the home's condition before it's too late. Imagine if you promised to buy a house, but you didn't know it had major problems with the foundation or the roof. A home inspection contingency allows the buyer to pay for a qualified home inspector to conduct a thorough inspection of the property. The buyer has the opportunity to negotiate with the seller to have defects cured or fixed, or for the price to be lowered. In extreme cases, the buyer may choose to walk away from the deal if an agreement can't be reached. Home sale contingency. In some cases, a buyer won't be able to qualify for a loan or afford a new home until their own current home has been sold. With a home sale contingency, the buyer only is obligated to purchase the home if their own home sells in time. Other terms of an offer: price, closing date, amount of earnest money, home warranty. Submitting your offer. Here is a list of the documents we typically hand over to the seller when making an offer on their property. Offer to purchase form. This contains all the most important details of your offer. There are separate forms for single-family homes, condominiums, and other types of real estate. Addendum A. It gives you additional protections. It provides for additional testing like radon tests, well tests, and more. It can contain additional information about financing, and it allows you to request a home warranty. Addendum S is a lead-based paint disclosure form created by the seller. In it, the buyer acknowledges receipt by signing, and the buyer may request testing for lead-based paint or waive this testing. Condition report. This is where the seller discloses what they know about the home's condition, and the buyer acknowledges receipt by signature. The seller has the opportunity to explain any defects that they disclose. Pre-approval for loan. This is a letter from your lender showing that you have been pre-screened and that there is a very high likelihood that you will be approved for a loan. This shows sellers that you are a strong buyer with good finances. Letter to the seller. Not always needed, but adding a personal touch may help motivate sellers to work with you. Your realtor can help you to strike the right tone. We must be careful to avoid fair housing violations. Upon receipt of your offer, the seller has three options: accept, reject, or counteroffer. Negotiating the deal. Unless your offer is accepted, you may have opportunities to negotiate on price, closing date, earnest money, inspections and testing, repairs, financing, or other contingencies. Your offer has been accepted. Now what? The day your offer is accepted by a seller is a very important one for many reasons. Of course, it's exciting because this means you're one step closer to owning your new home. Just as important is how this date drives the schedule for the rest of the transaction. Various contingencies and responsibilities must be handled within a strict time frame, usually described as within X days of accepted offer. Start the loan process. Call your lender and let them know immediately that your offer has been accepted. The loan process needs to start right away so you can be sure that your loan is processed in time. A note on the loan process. While waiting for your loan commitment, we recommend you do not apply for new credit cards, buy a yacht, buy another piece of property, quit your job, pay off any charges or collections, change bank accounts, or make any unusual deposits into your accounts. Schedule your inspection and tests. Because you generally have between 10 and 15 days to complete your inspection and all negotiations related to the home's condition, it's important to get the certified home inspector and other tests scheduled as soon as possible. Avoiding delays now will help prevent stressful moments closer to your inspection deadline. Pay your earnest money. The earnest money you pay depends on what you wrote in your offer to purchase. It will need to be either mailed or dropped off at the proper location on or before the deadline also found in your offer. The check is usually written to the trust account of the listing firm. On the memo line, it's a good idea to write earnest money for MLS number X. Your realtor can give you your MLS number for the property you're purchasing. Schedule the appraisal. Your lender will usually take care of this arrangement with your realtor. It is your lender's opportunity to make sure the value of the property supports the amount of your loan. An appraisal is your lender's calculation of the value of the home you're purchasing. Since your home will be the collateral for your loan, it's easy to see why it is so important. This is not to be confused with an assessment, which is the government's statement of your home's value for taxation purposes, which is often wildly different from what the market will support. What to do after your inspection. After your home inspection, you will receive a report from your inspector. The report will probably list many observations, some major and some minor. The next step is to evaluate your property's condition and make some decisions. Here are your main options. You have the option to waive. I'm willing to buy the home in its current condition. Or there are no defects in the report that make me want to renegotiate my offer. You have the option to negotiate. I'm still willing to purchase the home if repairs are made, or the price is reduced, or the closing date or something else is changed, or any combination of these. You have the option to walk. Because of the following defects, I have decided to terminate this transaction. Understanding your closing statement. After most or all of your contingencies have been met, and you get close to the closing date, you will be provided with an estimated closing statement. Closing statement is a list of all the financial details related to your transaction, including what each party owes and is owed. You should review this document closely to be sure there are no errors or surprises. If you have questions, consult your realtor. Be aware that last-minute changes to the purchase contract or other factors could cause the final closing statement to be different from the estimated statement. Closing. Your realtor will help you set up the time and place of closing. Be sure to bring a photo ID. You will receive the keys to your new home.
Andy and Flavia here. Thanks for watching.
We create this video for you because we know knowledge is power.
If you want to learn more, why not just give us a call?